if you scratch your car, or have the potential to scratch your car every time you wash it, why are we not talking about developing better touchless washes, better touchless car wash soaps? Well, we're starting to hear some rumblings of better touchless car wash soaps, and so I had Walter develop me a couple because he did a video on wash chems, and the kind of feedback on that, though it was a very good wash, was that it was very aggressive, high pH, and that's where traditional touchless car wash soaps are. And so what I am setting out to do, and this is a video just based on like how my testing goes at my shop, is how can we develop a touchless car wash soap that isn't a pH 13, 14, isn't just a all-purpose cleaner that's thickened a little bit. And so what we're doing today is these are the very first samples that I've gotten with a pH 10 touchless car wash soap that can be diluted 9-to-1. And so this is how I do things. I get it from the chemist, and then I actually try it. And so this video is just, do they work? Really. So we have Brian's car. We got some, it's been through a couple rainstorms. It's not super dirty. It's not caked on with dirt. So that'll be the next progression. But what we need to see is at the base level, do these touchless car wash soaps even work? And so this is the beginning of the development stage. These are definitely two products that I'm looking, or one product, there's just two different colors, that I'm looking at releasing for my own brand. You can check it out at jimbosdetailing.com. So in this video, we're gonna take these. I have my foam cannon ready to go. And so according to Walter, it is 9-to-1. So in this foam cannon, that would be about 3 ounces of soap. And so we'll take soap and we'll do, let me see where the measurements are. All right, we'll do about 3 ounces of soap. Right there-ish. That looks about right. And then with a touchless, this one also smells like bubble gum because I like that smell. So it doesn't smell like an APC. So a few things that I'm looking for with when I test products, especially like this. So I'll just kind of talk through this as we go to foam the car. We are out of direct sunlight, but we are still washing outside. We want something that is not just like an APC. We want something that foams really good, smells really good, and I really want a touchless wash that you can use often. So part of the problem with using like a wash chems or a high pH, I know Built Hamber is like a pH 12 or 13. That's not a good soap potentially to use every week or every other week as a maintenance. So I really wanted to bring down that pH to something that was a little bit more manageable, and then something that you could use weekly, right? And so we have Brian's car. Again, this is just the first initial testing of it. So we're looking for foaming. It foams. Okay, so used about half. I guess I didn't have it all the way full, so things I'm looking at, things that I'm thinking of in my head as I test it, I used about half of the foam cannon, so I'm trying to think of how economical is this. Other things that I'm looking at is how runny is the foam, how is it sticking on the car, how long should I let it dwell for? So those are all things that like Walter can say, you know, it should dwell about this long. And you want to win a gallon of the JIMBO ceramic spray coating? Well, you can. All you have to do is be a member of the detailing Discord. Inside the detailing Discord, we give tips, tricks. It's a community group. There's flyers if you're a business owner that you can just change out for your company name. There's people in there that polish out chrome, that work on tractors, so if you get stuck. We do product reviews. I do early release of my videos. It's really my community group, and so I'm gonna give one person away a whole gallon of product in there. So if you're not a member and you wanna win a free gallon of product, you can join the detailing Discord. It's free for 30 days. autodetailingpodcast.com/Discord to join. Again, you get 30 days for free and you get full access within those 30 days. You can cancel anytime. And we are going to announce the winner on 4/20 of this year. So become a member today and enter to win a free gallon of the JIMBO ceramic spray coating. But I think a big disconnect that we have, and the reason why we've gone down this road with chemicals that are just super difficult to apply and use and don't work, is because we have a big disconnect between you know, the chemist making the products. Sorry, I walked in. The chemist making the products and then the detailer not using it, or the product brand not being able to use it. And why I went over here to grab this is a perfect example of this. So I'm looking for differentiators in my soap. I don't want to just create another car wash soap and put it out on the market. That's not what the JIMBO's brand stands for. It's all about different products that are easier to use, or they got to have an angle on it. So this touchless car wash soap, if I could get it to where I want it, which I don't know, this is the first time I've ever foamed it on a car. But yesterday, what I was doing is I was kind of fiddle farting around by myself like I like to do, is I put 1 ounce of the soap that I just used into a 16-ounce bottle. I think it's actually 17 ounces. So 16 ounces of water and then 1 ounce of soap. And I tried it around my own car as a waterless wash because I wanted to see how it would work, and it worked amazing. When I approached Walter with it and I said, hey, could it work like this? He was like, I don't think there's enough lubrication in it. There's a full encapsulation package, so the dirt encapsulation is not the problem. It is the lubrication that could be the problem. But for me, and this is where I talk about that disconnect that can sometimes happen if you don't have a lot of experience product testing, was what Walter was talking about from a chemistry standpoint was slightly different, and this is no fault to him at all. It's just how I do things. I actually thought, and it could be preference too, I guess, now that I think about it, there was plenty of lubrication, right? And so he did say, hey, we could add more lubrication into it, but it may take away from its cleaning ability. We would have to test that. But I actually was excited because I thought it worked really well as a waterless wash too. So my angle as I kind of build out this product that I'm thinking about is, okay, it can be, you know, 9-to-1 in a foam cannon. If it works in a foam cannon, it'll definitely work in a bucket. But could it also work as a waterless wash? And so it does, which is amazing. So I really hope that the foam works good because it works so good as a waterless wash. So Walter did say, you know, let it dwell maybe 2, 3, 5 minutes, but just don't let it dry on the surface. So I'm gonna let it go because it's a little bit colder today. Maybe it's about 65 degrees. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer to see. It's still dripping, it's still doing its thing. Maybe let it go another 30 seconds or something. Another thing I'm curious about is like any browning of the tires, which I don't see, which is okay. I don't need it to like scrub the tires. I'm more concerned about paint, glass cleaning, breaking down any bugs, breaking down that like rainwater that we saw, stuff like that. So, and I also want something that'll work in direct sunlight. So that's going to be something that I need to test, is it working in direct sunlight. What I don't want it to do is I don't want it to stain the paint. I don't want it to stain plastics. I don't want it to stick too hard and be really difficult to remove on a rinse off. And I want it to clean, and I don't want it to be a high pH. So, yeah, Walter's probably like, that can't do that. But we can. I know we can. So let's rinse this off. Yes, I'm using a pressure washer. That was the one thing someone mentioned in the wheel cleaning video that I did with the Pure Magic cleaner, like show it with a garden hose, but I am a professional, so I use a pressure washer. So the next step in the test would probably be to try it in a garden hose foam cannon, but my target market for the JIMBO's brand is that prosumer, that hardcore enthusiast, all the way up into the pro market. And so those people are gonna have a pressure washer, right? And so let's rinse it off and see where we're at. So real quick, the rinse off, is it rinsing off like a traditional soap? So ideally, this rinses and kind of works identical to a pH neutral soap. It just has that cleaning ability. So that's what I'm looking at. How's the rinse off? Here's another thing I'll talk about. So you may be asking, is it breaking down any ceramic coating? Well, we did the JIMBO ceramic coating on the hood of Brian's car a couple weeks ago, maybe? And so it is not breaking down the protection of a spray ceramic, at least a high quality spray ceramic coating. If I don't say so myself, I may be a little bit biased. So it's not breaking down the spray ceramic coating. So that's phenomenal. That's another thing that I definitely watch for. Is, are we breaking down? Now, what I wouldn't mind it breaking down is like simple waxes, a spray wax, a carnauba wax. I wouldn't mind it breaking down that, because then you can kind of use it as a prep soap, which would be cool. But JIMBO spray ceramic coating is definitely holding up great. So that's good, so it can withstand that. And sometimes these iterations with products can happen over and over and over and over and take months and months and months to do, but I'm hoping that that doesn't happen with this. I'm hoping it kind of happens quickly. I will use this time as we let the car dry to tell you, if you have not tried the JIMBO ceramic spray coating or the JIMBO's Pure Magic cleaner, which is an acid-based entire wheel cleaner, you should definitely click the link below and go check out the JIMBO's line of products. You will be very impressed, and they're the best products on the planet. Go get them. Now we gotta wait for this car to dry. So we're not. So we're not there, that's okay. So I'm trying not to dry it, but we can already see we're not there yet. So this is a product that obviously I wouldn't come out to market with yet because it's still not cleaning enough. So it would still, I would like to see more of this kind of just, I guess, road grime that gets kicked up in a rainstorm. It's still wet, but you can still see, like especially over here too. To me, I would like to see a lot of this, if you look through the water, the dirt and grime that's still there a little bit, I would still like to see more of that taken off. But this is why you product test and you iterate and you do all that. Because to me, on a vertical panel, that's not clean enough yet. So if we go to a, and there's also, I don't think I've used the JIMBO's ceramic coating on the whole car yet. But if we look on the hood, it's better where it's been protected. It's better, but it's still not getting everything. And that might be something else. Cleaner, but not getting everything. On the front end of the car, you could still see it got some of the like yellow pollen and some of the bugs, but it didn't get this deeper stuff that's been on the car for a little bit longer. So again, that's okay. This is not a failed product. It's just, it needs an iteration. So that may be why brands go a higher pH, or maybe we need to change up the encapsulation or surfactants or whatever is making it. I'm not a chemist. I just test the products, and this is what the feedback I bring back. So this product is not there yet, but what I'm hoping to do is to do more videos like this, to just kind of let you in, bring you in on product development and show you kind of the struggles. I'm a little bummed, to be honest. Like, I know I wish it did better because I like to launch products like that, and especially fun ones and cool, but that's feedback. I'll try it on a couple more cars, but that's feedback I take back to Walter, and I say, hey, it didn't do this, but it did this waterless wash really good, right? So what does that mean? I don't know. He'll have to internalize that and kind of figure that out as well. But for me, this touchless wash isn't there yet. There are attributes that I like about it. Obviously, the foaming is really great. And so those are all things that we go back and forth on of like, okay, we need to keep the foaming the same. I like the dilution ratio, but we need to bump up the cleaning ability. And so, again, not to just kind of keep talking for the sake of talking, but it didn't do as good of a job as I wanted. It did a really good job on glass. But even as we come around the back here, it's still too, and I know if you were to take that same soap and you were to put a mitt on this would all clean off. But one thing I'm trying to do is how can we do that without cleaning it off? So is this a soap that only works if you have some sort of durable paint protection on it? So then all this dirt and grime is on top of that paint protection, and then the soap would actually work with that? Again, these are all swirling questions in my head that I have to internalize myself and not just think out loud on, but then I share that feedback with Walter. And then at the end of the day, that's how you get a high quality product, is you don't rush it out to market. You don't, try to go for profits first. You try to go with a product that actually works. And so this one will take a couple more iterations. The good news about that is it'll lead to a couple more videos, right? So in the meantime, if you do want products that are tried and true, have been tested, put through the paces, you can go to jimbosdetailing.com and check out those products that I have offering right now, and that'll help support the channel and all that. But look for updates on the touchless car wash soap, and I'll bring you guys along the ride the whole entire way. Hopefully all up until actually launching this product, and then it'll be fun to laugh at ourselves in this video. But anyway, with that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.